You guys could have got, and there's so many of these couldas with the NBA teams, but you could have got Giannis.
Don't bring that up.
Yeah.
Don't bring that
Is
up.
that a hard one?
Yeah, yes and no, right? So this was 2013, I think, when he came out.
What was it?
12 or 13?
Yeah, 2012 or 13, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. So and you had the what? What pick was it? You had
No, we had like
13?
number 13, like right outside the lottery, but we also had cap room. And we had Dirk, and Dirk was 34, give or take. And we're like, okay, this is like Dirk's end games, right?
Yep.
And so I wanted to try to get a free agent so that we could cook. Cause, we
give him
had,
one more shot.
Yeah, at least, right? And so I remember like looking at the tapes of Giannis, and all we had were 2 VHS tapes of him playing in the shitty little Greek league.
Yeah.
He got drafted, 13, 14, 15?
Yeah. But the GM at the time was high on him, right?
No, very much so.
Yeah.
But
Carlisle was a Virginia boy, so he liked Larkin, and there was something.
no, it wasn't
there.
even that. It was just Shane was cool, and we all liked him, but we would just trade it down just to save money for cap room.
Yeah. If Giannis lasted to that pick, they'd have picked
Yeah, we would have picked him. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
went 15th.
Giannis went 15th.
He went 15th, and we had
you guys
18.
13.
Well, they had 13
Traded
traded
down.
back to save
Traded
money.
down.
Yeah.
And so there's 14 other teams that passed on him too.
Of course, but
Yeah.
they're not sitting right here.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? But I mean, listen, you guys did okay.
It turned out all right.
Yeah, everything
But
kind
if
of
we had
worked
gotten
out.
Giannis, we wouldn't have gotten Luka. Luka's now younger.
Yeah.
Yo,
he's a
okay,
beast.
okay.
Yeah,
Here,
he's a
let's
beast.
rile up NBA Twitter. Luka or Dirk?
Well, Luka's a better player.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Luka's a better. I
Dirk
love
said
Dirk to
that
death.
like his rookie year. Dirk was
Yeah.
like, this kid's better than I'll ever be.
Dirk is amazing. He's the all-time best Mav.
Yeah.
Just because we've won a championship with him and who he is and what he did for the organization. But Luka can bring the ball up. Dirk, you needed to get him the ball.
Yeah.
And then he could go and do what he needed to do.
Yeah.
With Luka, you just inbound the ball to him and he just does the rest. He's insane.
Yeah, he is insane. But if you had to pick one,
Like if I had to start a team, I'd start it with Luka. Wow. Then my second pick would be Dirk, of course, but yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've said that to Dirk.
What does he say?
He punched me.
I mean, Dirk is just
Dirk is a badass dude.
Oh, dude.
He is such a good guy. Such a good guy. But I am 1-0 against him in one-on-one.
Wait, how did you beat him in one-on-one?
So
It was
when I
contract
first-
year.
No, it was at Till Dana.
No, my first year when I first bought the team,
You popped a couple Till Dana films. He said,
he got
"Guard
me
me."
to the wall.
Post up on this.
Okay. No, literally. So we were like, I just bought the team and I was out there shooting with the guys and I was like, let's play one-on-one. And so I get the ball out first and he's not really guarding me, but he's just, and like hit a jumper.
Hoist.
Boom.
Hit.
Okay. And he like fake layup. Next one blocks the shit out of it. His ball. I'm up 2-0.
Yeah.
Goes by me. Bam on my head. I'm like, I quit. So 2-1. I win.
Oh, okay.
I could ask you so many questions about basketball. I remember being in Dallas when you bought the team. We didn't really know who you were. This billionaires buying the team. There weren't that many billionaires back then. And the Mavs were historically bad in the
Awful.
90s. As soon as you buy them, within a month, they almost made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Next year, they made the playoffs, what, 12, 15 straight years, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Did you do anything right when you got there? What was it about your arrival? Was
I
it
just walked in the door and I
timing?
said, shit's going to change. We're going to try to win or you're gone. If you're not into just working your ass off and winning, you're not going to stick around. So tell me now. And I upgraded stuff like
Yeah, I remember all this.
The first meeting I had with the team, there was a guy on the team named Gary Trent, and Gary Trent Jr. is his son. And he goes, Mark, we go to places like Oakland, California. We get there at 2 a.m. and we stay at these shitty hotels that don't have room service. So now we're walking through Oakland, California, looking for a 7-Eleven to get something to eat. I'm like, no, that's not right. So we upgraded the Four Seasons, upgraded the plane, did all this shit.
I remember you upgraded the locker room. That was like a big
the
news
locker
story.
room, yeah. And so it was, okay, I'm doing my part.
So you guys better step up.
Yeah. And so we brought in like coaches, player development coaches. Like back then, there were 4 coaches. There was the head coach, few assistant coaches. And when the guys wanted to work on their skills, you brought in one of the assistant coaches. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. We literally spent more money on training on PCs than we did for player development.
Wow.
So I'm like, I told our coach, Nelly, I'm like, go find some former Mavs, get 15 of them, one for everybody. And literally, that's what we did. And so now every team has got player development coaches out the ass. And that was all because back then we sucked so bad. And I had to send the message, we're going to play to win.
Speaking of the NBA, obviously, this NBA season, Knicks guaranteed to win a championship with the new addition, Big Purr.
Now you actually look good. Yeah, I think it's a good trade.
That's what I'm saying.
I hate to say it. I hate to say it.
Shout out A-Rod, still working for us.
Yeah.
Once a Yankee, always a Yankee. So A-Rod owns the Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves, yeah.
And he made sure that trade went through.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Shout out the Timberwolves for being broke. We appreciate y'all, for not having enough money to keep your players. And no, we got a nice little situation going.
You do. I hate to admit it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're gambling, obviously you're going to do it with Stake. Stake has got your back. They are the sponsor of this podcast, so that's the one that we're rocking with, okay? And we know we're putting the house on the Knicks. We are putting the house on I don't even believe that. I don't even believe that as I'm saying it. I am not betting shit on the Knicks. I got to see this chemistry first.
I'll put a rent-controlled apartment on the Knicks, maybe, at best.
Shit. Like a month.
Yeah.
A month of rent.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Rent-controlled apartment in New York. It's a valuable asset right there. Anyway, what are you thinking? What do you think of the season? Are we just gonna go with who's gonna win the NBA championship right now?
Okay, I'm down for that.
Okay, what would you say?
The Celtics still look fucking good, but the team that's best built to beat them is probably the Knicks. I don't know if the Knicks could win it all.
I don't think the Celtics could win with what's it called? Jaylen Brown's new sneakers. Like he started his own sneaker company.
Oh yeah, that's never a good move.
Which is never a good move.
No, it's never a winning move.
Yeah, and shout out to Jaylen Brown. He's an incredibly talented player.
I hate this.
Really,
I think y'all could make it out of the East very easily.
Yeah, I think we're definitely making it out of the East.
Chris Middleton is hurt, so the Bucks are done.
Yeah. I wasn't even worried about the Bucks in the first place.
Boston, that's the only real threat. Miami's not going to do it.
You can't start your own sneaker company. Can we gamble on that? How did we gamble on that if the sneaker company is
going to
work?
blow up like one of Zion's? Like some Air Zions?
Exactly.
Dog, I hate this. I think y'all might make it to the finals.
I think Zion sneakers were made by the Israeli Defense Force. I think
the Air Hezbollahs.
I think they got them sneakers at the same place they got those pagers. I think that's what happens. Anyway, so Stake, you're putting your money up at Stake. This segment is brought to you by Stake, the leader in global betting and U.S. social casinos. Bet on top sports and political events. Use the promo code FLAGRANT for your welcome bonus. Now we got to get back to the show. Is there ever a PR machine behind what you do, or do you just try to make the splash as big as possible and then the conversation begins? I just try to do what's
right because back then, particularly, there was just a bunch of old motherfuckers that owned teams. They inherited them or won them in a poker game. And anytime I spent money, they would be pissed at me. I remember one time I was in a board of governors meeting, and the owner of one of the teams, I won't name drop.
I'll guess.
Yeah, he's dead now. But
Don Sterling.
Yeah.
That's all.
We want to hear about that comeback.
Yeah, correct.
But anyway, this guy said,
you let them take pictures with your wife?
Shelly. No. But anyways, this dude says to me, you motherfucker, sit down and shut the fuck up. We're sick of hearing about you. Until you do something in the NBA, just sit down and shut the fuck up. And then I'm like, okay, Abe. His name wasn't Abe. I got the name wrong, but so, they just fucked with me the whole time. But David Stern, to his credit, even though he would fire me all the time, it was, okay, you're helping the league, you're doing stuff, you're getting things rolling. I was kind of like the tech guy.
You were very much a disruptor.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I just didn't care. I just wanted to do what I thought was right.